What's happening? What's happening, everybody? What's happening? Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? This is that boy. This is that boy, Rick Titus. This is that boy, Rick Titus. Hey, listen, we're talking about this exquisite podcast. This exquisite podcast. How's everybody doing? And listen, we want to welcome you into the exquisite podcast. We want to welcome you in at the Exquisite Podcast. Listen, we're renting out our podcasts. We're renting out our podcasts. We are located in Waldorf, Maryland, at the St. Charles Town Mall in Waldorf, Maryland. Everybody in the DMV know where Waldorf, Maryland is located at. Let's make sense. Let's make this thing sense. Let's make sense. Let's make some sense here. Hey, listen, before we get into the podcast, let's talk about this. Listen, I got outstanding and professional photographer in the back office. You guys don't know how much it costs to have a photographer, my friend. And listen, let's book your event today. Let's book your event today. Stop procrastinating and book your event today for next month. We got limited spaces. We got limited spaces out here, family. So book your event today for next month. You can book your baby showers. You can book your birthday parties, your kids' birthday, your husband, your wife birthday, your grandmother, your grandfather's birthday, your grandfathers and grandmothers' anniversaries, your aunts and your uncles' anniversary, all type of events that you can have. All kind of family events. Come to Exquisite Podcast in Waldorf, Maryland, at the St. Charles Town Center Mall so we can go ahead and get your event popping, so we can get your event on board. Stop procrastinating. Book your event today for next month. So listen, let's jump into the podcast. Listen, family, family, listen, family. We're renting out our studios. A lot of people just don't have the studio. They don't have the location. They don't have that panel. They don't have that podcast panel to do a podcast. So we're renting out our studio. All you gotta do is just get in touch with that boy Rick Titus. Just get in touch with that boy Rick Titus. That's all you gotta do. So we can go ahead and get your podcast screaming. So listen, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, family. Subscribe, kick those doggone thumbs up, hit that doggone notification bell, and hit that notification bell. Hey, listen, a lot of you guys are missing the boat. You're not welcoming the donators. The donators is what's keeping your YouTube channels popping up. So let's look in that donation box, family. Let's look in that donation box. They got Florence, South Carolina, Dillon, South Carolina, Lake City, South Carolina, Turbersville, South Carolina, Lynchburg, South Carolina, Maysville, South Carolina. Hmm? Yeah, we got Manning, South Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, Little Haiti, South Carolina. Hey, listen, I'd like to thank all you guys. Like to thank all of you guys for doing the donations to help keep this YouTube channel popping. I appreciate it. I definitely welcome it and I definitely appreciate you. So listen, let's talk about this podcast. Let's talk about why you're not podcasting out here. If you got something that you got to say, if you got something that you want to say, podcast it out. This is a worldwide thing here. That we can do your podcast with your cell phone. Huh? Let me tell you what you can do. You don't even have to be in the studio in the state of Maryland. All you got to do is just have a cell phone, a laptop, a desktop, and high speed internet. Listen, all you got to do, like you can have this cell phone, high speed internet, a desktop, and a laptop, and we can get your podcast screaming. Screaming. If you don't know what you say, you can talk about entertainment, politics, sports, health and wellness, um, black talk, family talk, diabetes, um, kidneys problems, a book that you wrote, a book that you thinking about writing, real estate, huh? Carpentry, poetry. You can come on, listen, talk. You can talk about a whole lot of things at the Exquisite Podcast. It's like what, 43 million, not 43,000, but 43 million FBAs out here. All I'm asking is a 1%. We got some great people out here. We got some great ancestors. that came along. So I know you guys can support this exquisite podcast out here in the state of Maryland. Out in the state of Maryland. We got out, they gave that boy Rick Titus a podcast studio. So I want to rent the podcast studio out to people who don't have that uh podcast dishboard. They don't have the camera. They don't have the location. They don't have the backdrops. They don't have the markups. Yeah, go to our Facebook group. The Facebook group is Exquisite Podcast. Join that group. It's a free public group. Mhm. Now, you guys that want to do a podcast, get a podcast stream, I can stream your podcast no matter where you at. All you got to do is be in the US or international. We can get your podcast streamed. Huh? Hey, listen, go to my email, exquisitepodcast60 at gmail.com. Exquisitepodcast60 at gmail.com. Give me your full name, your email address, your telephone number, your markup, your backdrop, the name of your show, and what time you want your show to air. That's all you got to do is holler at that boy. Look, click in the donuts, click the donuts, click in the donuts, and click that link in the donuts so we can get your podcast screened. Now, pastors, let's talk to you, pastors. Pastors, this is the issue that we have here. Pastor, nobody knows you. Pastor, nobody is seeing you. Pastor, nobody is hearing you. And Pastor, you're not touching anyone. So why not let that boy Rick Titus do all of the heavy lifting for you? Let that boy Rick Titus scream your ministry. Come in and let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Click the donut. Click in that donut, which is the D and the M. Click it in there, Pastor, and let's go ahead and get your ministry screen all over the internet. Let that boy Rick Titus do all that hard work. And see, and a lot of you guys out there got something to say, want to say it, but you don't know how to get it out. I'm telling you, we're renting out our podcast studio for you. That's what we're doing in the community. What podcast company out here that you know is doing that? They're renting out their studio. They're letting you take advantage of all of the dashboard, all of the beautiful mics, all of the laptop, all of the software, all of that with Exquisite Podcast. The backdrops, huh? The markup. We letting you take advantage of all of that. Hmm? So come and see me. Come and climb on in. But look, let's talk about this Cracker Jack in the box here. Y'all heard of this eminent domain? Yeah. Whoever that is in the comment, yeah, I'm saying it. Yeah, I'm talking about it. You know, a lot of people scared to talk about it, but this eminent domain, you might need one to check that out in your state. That might be why my videos are getting shadow banned. But y'all know how to reach me. Y'all know how to reach me on Facebook. Y'all know how to reach me, huh? All you gotta do is just tickle it and find me, huh? Find me on Tickalacker. Yeah, I want. Oh yeah, you know what I forgot to do? Let me give my shout outs to my main man, Dr. Lionel Green with WBGR TV Network in Hyattsville. Go check him out. Let me give him his flowers today. I salute you, my brother. If nobody did that, I love you. That's where I learned my skill set from. Also, I need to give a shout out to that girl, your girl Natasha Carpenter, with that excellent tea, that excellent coffee. You can find her on YouTube, Facebook, Tickalacker, Instagram, fan base, Red Note, wherever you can find her at, tell her Rick Titus sent you over there, family. Yeah, but back to this eminent domain that's happening out in the state of Maryland. Nope, out in the state of Georgia. Out in the state of Georgia. We got an eminent domain that's going on out in the state of Georgia. We got some fine FBAs out there. And listen, this is what's coming out the Cracker Jack out that doggone box. I thought when you bought the house, you bought the land. When you bought the land, you bought the house. So what in the Cracker Jack shenanigan is going on in the state of Georgia? Huh? They got 600 acres out there. So what they're trying to do, fam, they're trying to run a railroad track in their backyard. I said, what? What in the Cracker Jack shenanigan is goes on in the state of Georgia? I never heard of eminent domain. You know, you can look at this is not my word. You can look it up on Google. You can look it up on YouTube, or you can sealing it up and find out what is eminent domain. We need to help our family members out there, man. If you're in Georgia and you need to look at the ATL newspaper, or you might want to go on Google and Google it and find out what eminent domain means. It might be happening in your state. So, that's what that boy Rick Titus want to share with you guys. And listen, guys, this is the deal. If you want your podcast stream, go to our Facebook page on Facebook, Exquisite Podcast. If you want to get your podcast stream, email me at exquisitepodcast60@gmail.com. Give me your full name, your email address, your telephone number, your markups, your backdrops, the name of your show, and what time your show wants to be started. If you're a pastor out there and you want your ministry to be streamed, all you gotta do is just email me and click that link in the donut so we can stream your ministry. Hey, listen, guys, this is the deal here. This is the deal that you have to be in the U.S. or international. We can do your podcast. We can stream your podcast. You just have to be in the U.S. or international with that boy Rick Titus. Hey, listen, guys, this is that boy Rick Titus. I'll see you guys on another video. But guess what? Who said it couldn't be done? I'll talk to you on another video.